Hello, everybody.
And welcome back to the Favorite Humans podcast, Mother's Day edition.
Mother's Day is so special in so many ways for so many people. And we're just going to chat a little bit about our thought process that flowed with our thought about Mother's Day.
Yeah, and what, how times are different, but we made new traditions out of the times.
Yeah, and I think that really encompasses everything we're doing in life right now. But we definitely did something a little bit different. We have been able to social distancing, be together as a family, which is really great over the past couple of weeks. We've slowly introduced it, and it's been really powerful. I think just for all of our sanities.
Yeah, and definitely good to just get together.
Yeah. Be together again.
Yeah. So we actually have a tradition that growing up, we always used to go to tea, whether it be a tea house or our mom would bring us, maybe like set up tea parties for special occasions like birthdays.
She always had some sort of tea going on, which was always fun.
Tea was incorporated into, and then it started getting to be like a social thing to do, maybe for Mother's Day in past years or birthdays. So we would celebrate doing tea. And this year we were planning on going to a tea house close to us, but we decided to have our own tea party, quarantine style.
Quarantine. Yeah, it was really nice. We just got some scones and
supported some local businesses.
Yeah, croissants from local business, and we were able to sit, across the long kitchen table from each other and be able to distance. And then we took a couple of pictures a little bit closer, but only for a few seconds. So we held our breath.
Yeah, held our breath. Smile. Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. And we're even sitting right now across the room from each other so that we make sure we are safe and sound.
Yes, but talking about Mother's Day, holidays might look a little bit different this year, but that doesn't mean that you have to feel bad about them. We can make new traditions just like we did with our mom for Mother's Day, and now every year we're going to do a tea party ourselves in our house, in one of our houses maybe, and then go socially out whenever that is allowed again.
Yeah, no, it brought up just the whole thought of how traditions are changing for us this year because of the obvious. And it doesn't mean that we can't spend time with each other still. It's just going to look a little different, which we all have experienced so far.
Yeah.
But traditions and routines are just so important, I think, in general. I'm obviously very much a routine person.
Way more structured than I am.
But I think it's been kind of weirdly fun to challenge myself to find new routines during this right now. Like, I love now to be a little bit more creative than I was before. And I've learned that I can't let getting thrown off my normal routine really throw me off. Like, I have to be able to pivot. So I think it's been fun to create new traditions and new routines just according to what we have to do right now.
Well, like what have been some of the routines that you've been doing that are new to you?
I think just the way that I'm going out into the world, because I can't hunker down in my house for 3 months like we've been told to. I mean, I've not been going crazy, but I'm the one who's not afraid to go to the grocery store. I'd rather do those trips for our family,
just to get out.
For us, just so that I can get out, because I would literally go crazy. But I've also been implementing some, of the social distance drive-bys that you've seen.
Oh yeah, like the birthday stuff.
Yeah,
and
you did one for me, which was so sweet. But I think it just makes all the difference, and it makes everybody feel good to just get out and into your car, even if you're wearing all of the hazmat suits.
Yes, exactly. I think a couple of things that I've been doing, how I'm, a little bit less structured than you are as a person, but becoming into my own morning routine, just because of all the free time that I have has made me feel a little bit more sane. So I've kind of been the opposite, where I've gotten into a routine and it's what I do every day in the house in the morning. It's funny.
I didn't have that before.
No. So it's sometimes with eating, I'll start my mornings, we like to stretch in the morning. I'll have at least 1 cup of tea every morning, and that either soothes me or gets me started for my day to just have something warm in my body.
And you look forward to it too.
And I look forward to it. And then I actually started, you know this, but other people don't. a little side business because of
Oh.
unemployment, a little jab.
Tell me all about it.
So I do a lot of the stuff for our Instagram, just for fun. And I love to, mess around with digital design. So I started my own Instagram page called Marily's Designs, where
plug.
just inch it on in there. Where I help small businesses or individuals with their Instagram accounts, whether it be for like promotional ads or making little highlight icons. That's been my biggest seller. People like to do their highlight icons, but they don't know exactly how to go about it. So I've been designing that for them.
That's so good. And it's also like such an awesome way to stay social right now.
Yes.
Like I was just saying, with me getting out and just doing our drive-bys or, whatever, for being, keeping that social need that I have.
Yeah.
You're networking with people, especially small businesses right now that are trying to really set themselves apart by starting this business. Like, you're growing your network, and it doesn't have to be face-to-face.
No,
cool.
And I actually like it because I like it for a lot of reasons. Obviously, I started it, but I like the interaction with other people, and I like the differences of what I like catering to a certain person's thought or certain business's thought and bringing their, visions to life.
Yeah.
So if anybody needs any digital designs,
hit a girl up.
Marily's Designs, it's all one word on Instagram, and I'd be happy to help with everybody.
Yeah.
But that's part of my morning routine. That's why I wanted to inch that in there, because I'll be drinking my tea and then I'll go on Instagram and then I'll just follow certain accounts, like linked to ones that I already follow.
Yeah, so you do your business, activities
in the morning. Yeah, but it doesn't take up my whole day,
which
is cool too.
And you feel accomplished like before 10 a.m.
Absolutely, yeah, because I feel like with having a lot of the free time with unemployment right now, I kind of feel like a little discouraged. So I found that, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be the plug for everybody. Not everybody needs to go out and find what their purpose in life is and, a side business. It's just something I needed to make me feel a little bit, rooted again. Like I feel a little, it makes me happy.
Yeah, but I think the whole concept of what we're talking about right now with routines and traditions is you have to be creative. Mm-hmm. You have to really learn how to stimulate yourself if you feel understimulated, and this is the way that you did it, and for people who are still working and just feel like they're overstimulated because they're in their homes, just try to find a routine that is maybe different from your normal routine, that can really help make you feel energized and stimulated.
Yeah. It's funny because it could be something that you do every day and you don't even really notice it. You just do it for fun, but you can make a little bit more of a habit or a routine out of it.
Yeah. Even I've been trying to talk to some of my friends about like regular FaceTime calls, which I've been looking forward to, just like we would a happy hour or whatnot. This is so on the other side of things, what I was thinking, because
let's hear it.
It was Mother's Day. Like, obviously, I'm not a human mom, but I'm a doggy mom.
And Rose is in the room with us, cuddled, swaddled in her cloth, like a baby.
Out. Spoiled girl. But I was thinking that when you're a mom of any kind, for some reason, we feel the need to go into this other world of using a different voice when we talk to whatever type of child we have.
Yeah, well,
like Rosie has a certain voice and a certain language that I talk to her in,
and various names that don't make any sense.
But I even notice it when I talk to my friends' babies.
Yes.
All of a sudden my voice goes 5 octaves higher than it is. And I just squeal a little bit.
Yeah, somewhat of a cartoon character.
Yeah, I was just wondering, thinking along the lines of that, where did that come from? Where did that start? If we were to look back into time, where did that begin?
I don't know, because I think you wanna, coming from me, where my brain's always kind of on the kid end of things. You kind of want to get down to their level a little bit.
But, we don't know what their level is. Why do we make up these voices?
I don't know. I do, whenever I think of, when you brought it up, I think of, someone walking by, with their stroller and their baby in it, and you're like, oh my god, hi.
I know.
And Rose just looked at me as soon as I did that.
I know.
They respond to it. That's probably why. She literally just looked at me.
It's so true, but I just think it's hilarious when, I think of everything that I do when I'm talking, obviously, to the fur babies of the world, but also to any other babies that come into my life. And then when I observe moms talking to their kids or moms talking to other kids, I just think it's such a funny concept that has just evolved over time, and we all do it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and it's hilarious to just think about it, and, you know, even on a different level of things, a little bit more personal, but we always get personal on this show. We talk to our significant others.
I was thinking that. Or
we,
we, and I think we heard this on a Jerry Seinfeld thing, or you impersonate
yes,
your significant others.
and it's like totally
in
not
a
their
voice
voice at all.
That does not reflect them whatsoever.
It doesn't exist in this world, a person that talks that way. Like,
I don't impersonate Pat often, but I feel like I did recently, and you started cracking up. You're like, he doesn't sound like that. I was like, oh, yeah, don't do that. And I'm like,
Pat doesn't even say anything like that. Bad example, but I know exactly what you're saying.
you know?
Yeah. I definitely, like, you'll hear it. When I call Jimmy, oh my God, I'm totally putting everybody on blast right now. I'm like, hi.
Yeah, you guys definitely have.
And, like, we don't hide it ever. And I know,
So
you know,
funny.
there might be a little bit of an issue there, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. We're all in close quarters at this point, but, you know, when it comes to the real world, it's funny because you could think of, like, someone, like, really serious in your life and, like, think about them talking to their dogs, or
I know. When you think about, like, your bosses, or, like, yeah.
someone, like, getting down to the little loves of our lives
It's
level.
just funny that we create our own voices for them.
It's hilarious.
And it's so funny to observe. So I want you guys to make sure that you pay attention to what your own languages and voices are, because I think they're awesome. They should continue. You should not be shy about them. You should share them with anyone who wants to hear about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also we should human highlight this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a little bit harder because, again, this current situation is less actual human interaction in person, but I think we should still try to, you know, reflect and see who's really helped in our lives this week.
Yeah. I would say my human highlight is my best friend, Catherine. When you brought up just the FaceTiming, like the regular FaceTiming,
Yeah.
We will FaceTime for hours on end, just like I'm sure a lot of people do with their best friends. But we don't see each other in person that often just because she's been all over, you know, the country, planet, everywhere. Yeah. So it's really good to have those, you know, interactions with each other. And we are the same exact people.
You guys are very, very similar.
I mean, like, through the phone that we would be in person. I know that sometimes it could be... I know that sometimes it could be different.
Yeah,
I don't think that I'm like that with every other person.
Yeah, I get it.
But she's definitely my human highlight. She's been through a whole lot of crud. And, you know, crud.
I forgot about that word. That word is so weird.
I just got, like, really hot.
It's so weird.
Sorry.
So weird.
I just wanted to say that because she is my through and through best friend, knows me inside and out, and when we were FaceTiming the other day, she was making a cocktail, and she's been a bartender for a couple of years, so she's, like, not, you know...
Girl knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. She was pouring all the liquids into her shaker, and she put me, like, next to it so I could see the shaker, and she did something, and it like went everywhere. It poured out. I guess it just tipped. I guess she, you know, leaned on it a certain way, and all the alcohol went everywhere. The phone flew. I just was in the midst of all of this, and I felt like I was, you know,
you were there.
I was there, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Aww,
so she is my human highlight because she is the only one that can make me truly belly laugh until I cry, not breathe, heart attack mode, and that's it.
Oh, that's so sweet. I think I always try to think of, I mean, I love the people closest to me in life, but I also try to think of, like, the people that I just encounter.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, obviously millions of grocery store trips, but I have just appreciated, like, how kind the people in the grocery stores have been.
Yeah, the workers there.
I actually feel like everybody's been a little kinder than maybe they usually would in our normal world.
That's good.
Like, sometimes the cashiers are just like, I'm like, oh, hi, how are you?